Having difficulties trying to find a decent, reputable plumber to do work in your home? I understand how frustrating it is trying to find the right tradesman. That's why I've put together this quick guide which should help you find the right tradesman and avoid the cowboys. Number 1, online presence. Have the company got a good website? Although it's not essential, it is a good indicator to how established the company is. A decent company or tradesman will have invested well in their website, and it will give you a good indication of how they operate. Number 2, and perhaps the most important and easiest, is to check online reviews. Now, if you've already established the company as an online presence, great. The next easiest step to check is their reviews. Now, it's very simple for a tradesperson to set up a profile online with a trading platform or even with Google. Sometimes it's free, sometimes it's paid, but it's one of the very first steps you make to establish a presence online as a professional company. The most reliable trades platform that we're established with is Which Trusted Traders. But equally, if you can't find the companies on Which Trusted Traders, because there is a stringent registration process with Which, the other platforms like Checker Trader, Trusted Trader and Trustpilot are also reliable sources to get good reviews. It's also important when checking reviews, look at the details of the review, see how consistent they are, and you're looking for 5 to 4 star ratings with a detailed description of how that company dealt with a certain job. You want to avoid one-word reviews or just 5-star reviews with no description, because I would question whether or not they're fake. Other platforms that can be seen as reliable are Google and Facebook. Providing there's a great deal of feedback and reviews on those company profile pages, then I'd also see that as an acceptable place to see whether a company is legitimate and trustworthy.
Number 3, quotes and pricing. It's recommended, if getting a quote in our industry, to get multiple quotes. That way, you get a difference in opinion and an accurate calculation to what exactly is involved. Compare apples with apples. It's standard in our industry to provide quotes for larger jobs. It's also recommended by trading standards that the quote is itemised and broken down, so you know exactly what you're paying for. That way, you know if one company is charging more for a certain type of product and another company is charging less. Be sure to have it broken down exactly so you understand exactly what you're paying for, and if it's unclear in any way, ask the tradesman to clarify. If any maintenance work is being carried out, it's industry standard to work on an hourly rate. Be sure to understand exactly how that tradesman works on the hourly rate so you know what you're going to be charged for and you're not going to be ripped off. Again, if the company has a website, you should be able to check their rates on the website too. And if they're not on the website, because that sometimes happens, just make sure you get them in writing on email so you know exactly what you're going to receive when the work is carried out.
Number 4, paperwork. Make sure you're aware how you receive the paperwork after the job. A well-established business will send you an invoice after the job and itemise everything that they've done on the invoice. Most companies will want a payment either by credit or debit card or backs. Most companies will also offer a few days payment terms, although you shouldn't be alarmed if a company wants paying on the spot, because the larger businesses generally want to get payment straight away so it doesn't compromise their cash flow. You should avoid paying cash. There's not going to be any trace of that job being carried out if you pay cash and you don't receive an invoice. It's unusual these days for companies to receive cash, so I'd look for a company that you can pay electronically at the end of the job. Number 5, complaints and warranty. You want to make sure that the company you employ or tradesperson you employ has a proper complaints procedure. It may be that they're registered with a certain trade platform like Which Trusted Trader, for example. As a Which Trusted Trader or any Which Trusted Trader, you have access to a complaints resolution ombudsman. In the unlikely event of it not being able to be resolved, if you do employ a Which Trusted Trader, you do have that peace of mind that if you contact Which, a problem will be resolved, because it's in the trader's interest to make sure they don't upset A platform like which?
Number 6, do they have profiles on social media? Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram are all a great place to showcase your work. So if your trader has platforms on social media and has a good following, it's a good indicator that they take pride in their work and that you'll be in good hands. And finally, number 7, check a tradesman's insurance policy. Now, we don't often get asked this, but we're more than capable of providing our insurance details should you be unsure. Every tradesman should have public liability in place in case anything goes wrong at your property. So if there's an accident and there's a leak or there's some damage to the property, the insurance policy will cover the cost of that. But only if the tradesman's insured. And again, if he's not insured, there's red flags and it's a massive warning sign not to touch that tradesman. Now, we don't often get asked for our insurance policy because I feel like we already provide a great presence elsewhere. But if we are asked, we always provide our documents to give the client peace of mind. Right, so I hope that's helped clear up any questions you had about employing a tradesman, especially a plumber. If there's any more questions you have, then please fire them away. Thank you.